Greetings, how do you do? Welcome again to DoTube. Today we're introducing you to a recipe of my wife's. It's a fairly substantial vegetable soup type of thing. We'll start by showing you the ingredients, then we'll get them chopped up and carry on from there. So here we have mushrooms, about this time we're using 500 grams, sometimes we'll use 300. All of these things are variable. Spinach, we've got about the same amount, about half a kilogram there. We've got some cauliflower, frozen on this occasion. That's probably a bit less than half a kilogram, maybe a sort of, 300 gram perhaps.
And this is frozen too.
Yep, the spinach, we've got frozen spinach as well, because that's what we have convenient access to. There's some frozen bitter leaf. It's a small amount off the end of a frozen, what's the name? We'll come back to the aubergines. We use 3 at a time. We've got unusually big ones this time, so it's going to be a good one. And some red kidney beans. 2 cans of red kidney beans. And that is the main recipe. We can add a couple of chillies. She has some particularly hot spicy chillies, but we're not doing that ourselves this time because of the baby. The baby will be having some of this soup. The other important, again, you can use chili powder. The other important ingredient we use is our couple of Maggie Cubes, or Maggie Cubes, depending on how you want to pronounce it. She would sometimes use 4, but again, because we're feeding the baby with this as well, we'll only use the 2. Otherwise, it gets too salty. And the baby's only 9 months, so you've got to be a bit careful. What's that for? Ah. Oh, okay. So, just to point out, these are the multi-purpose Maggie Cubes, rather than any of the specific sort of chicken or beef or whatever. That's the multi-purpose Maggie Cubes. And that just leaves one final ingredient. A tiny little bit of olive oil. 1 teaspoon or maybe 1 tablespoon, depending on your preference. But that's a small amount of, just a splash of olive oil. Okay, all of these quantities are variable according to your personal tastes. So obviously you can add more spinach if you want it to be greener. You can add more bitter leaf if you want it to be more bitter, or you can use less of anything. And obviously the final thing is more or less depending on the size of your pot. We're using the biggest pot we've got. There it is. Quite a decent size. All of this will just about fit in there. And this amount, once it's all boiled down, will last us probably about 3 days, 2 to 3 days, depending on how hungry we are. We might have it with pita breads or with ordinary bread. You don't need to have it with meat, because obviously the kidney beans provide you the protein, but you can add meat if you want, or have meat alongside it. Use and adapt as you feel inclined. So now my wife is going to go ahead and chop up everything that needs chopping up, and all of this will then be put into the pot to boil, and she'll show you what she's doing with that.
Hello again. So my husband is passing on to me to talk now. I've done the cutting of the aubergines, I've just well, we call them eggplants in Zambia anyway.
Yep.
You don't have to cut them in any particular shape or any fancy thing. So they're here because they're going to be boiling all together. It's soup. It's going to mix up together. And these ones, obviously, everything is going to mix up together. And my husband has done the measurements of the...
So we happen to have 400 grams roughly of spinach on this occasion. About 250 grams of cauliflower.
And obviously they also as well, the mushrooms are just cut up, nothing special. I have washed my hands, if you can see I was cutting these. Nothing special, just cut them anyhow, and because they're all going to mix up like I said. And obviously...
The bitter leaf, we reckon there's maybe 20 grams.
Yeah, we couldn't measure yet. It's not measuring.
Too small an amount for our scales.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 or 30 grams probably.
Yeah. So now I'm just gonna tell my husband to put everything in together in the pot.
Yep.
So if you can put.
Here's the pot we prepared earlier. You've seen it already. Where do you want me to start?
Maybe let's move this.
Okay. Let's bring the pot over here.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong? Start with these, because they're big. Everything else will drop down through, yes? There you go. That's a pretty good start.
Soren, are you going to come and help with your brother?
Right, mushrooms next.
Yes.
Should I get him out? Should I get him out?
No.
No, but why?
Just try to keep him a little bit cheery for the moment. Yeah.
It does look like this, but then it goes in because obviously these things will what do you call it? They will.
Apparently there's magic involved. I'm lying, playing games. It does obviously reduce down as you boil it. So this obviously all just comes to pieces and fills voids.
Yes, if you've got a bigger pot, then use a bigger one. But this is the biggest we have.
This is very finely chopped spinach. So yeah, it does just kind of disappear into everything else once it's. Yeah, I have also washed my hands, which is important because I'm going to have to handle this quite carefully. One chunk at a time. There you go, all spread out. That'll get broken up a little bit more when it's cooking down as well. Some of those bits are quite large. There we go. Then we'll tip these in carefully.
Yeah.
A little bit like this.
Yeah.
That gives us a start on the water. Don't go too close to the edge. First one's gone in successfully. You'll want to rinse that out a little, won't you?
Yeah, I normally use the same ones to bring out some water, to bring in water, yes.
Because the sauce from this ends up in there quite quickly. I wonder if I can give that a little bit of a shake.
It's fine, it will go, don't worry.
So we're getting a nice little mountain in here. Try not to let it go over the edge.
Again, if you do have a bigger pot, use a bigger pot with this. This pot we're using lasts us for 3 days, which is quite nice anyway. It just means not cooking for 3 days. Amazing. You know.
Unless you fancy something different with it.
Yes, you can, which you can as well. You can, for those who want to have meats, you can have maybe chicken with it or whatever other, like even you can
cook 3 days worth of chicken wings or whatever suits you best. Pieces, any kind of chicken pieces.
Yes, whatever is up to you.
Fill these up.
Yes, please.
Give them a good rinse as we go. Make sure we've got cold water first.
Thank you.
As he's an expert, listen to him. One. cans of water.
Yes.
Water follow.
Yeah.
Make sure that stuff's rinsed out to the bottom there, because that's part of what makes it nice.
Yes.
Got most of it. I might have to go back for a little bit more.
It's all right, my love.
And
He's watching.
watch and learn, child. Watch and learn. 101D. Well, there's plenty of room for more. I'll go and get some more.
I think I would leave it for now.
You think that's enough?
You've put in how much?
2 cans.
I think it's enough for now.
As you wish. I'll leave those there for the moment in case they're wanted again later. So, olive oil. Are you measuring this or am I splashing
You
it?
can do it. One tablespoon,
Bitter leaf.
please. Yes, bitter leaf.
Is that one breaking up, perchance?
No, it will all do the thing together. Because remember, the other vegetables,
Okay.
they're frozen, so they will have water.
That's
And
true.
then-
There will be, that's true. There will be
so
water
that's
coming
why.
off the vegetables.
Yes,
I'm just going to... I don't know whether you do or not, but I'm breaking that up a little
that's
bit.
fine. It's okay.
Because it makes sense to me.
I do stir it up.
Just gives it a head start.
The reason why, we use the frozen vegetables because it's a bit easier for us to do that anyway. So to manage the frozen vegetables and the other ones. Well, for me anyway. Although my husband wants me to start doing the fresh stuff instead.
Yep. Where possible, I'd like to move that way. It is useful to have frozen though.
Okay, so he's just washing his hands.
Yep.
It's fine. Hey, Shani baby. Da da da.
Da, 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 da.
Okay.
Find a place for that. No one's looking.
Okay, and he's got the Maggie Cubes.
Oh, we've got Maggie Cubes.
Yeah.
Yep, they're worth doing with dry hands. Or at least with dry fingers. Otherwise I'll end up with all the stuff stuck to
Well,
my
yeah,
fingers.
Felicia. Are you helping? Are you helping?
Well, he's got that much right, so some identities not confused, that's helpful.
Okay, so like he was trying to say earlier, you have to make sure you buy the all-purpose Maggie cube, not chicken, please. All-purpose. Thank you. And also as well, if you want it spicy, you can actually make it very, very hot spicy, which is nice. When I was pregnant, I used to have this, which was quite nice, very tasty. But then at one point, it just became like too much. The smell, I couldn't stand it.
Move that out of Azzy's reach.
Thank you.
He's going for it. I hear you, young man. We will resolve that shortly.
Okay, so that's what he's doing. He's just smashing it, putting that in, and then we're gonna put it in the pot, in the cooker to start cooking. Okay.
Yep. If you use fresh veg, you may want to use a little bit more water.
Yes.
Obviously, the frozen always carries a lot in it. We haven't added our oil yet,
Okay.
and as he's added his stuff to the mixer, things on the floor.
So you need
Do we
to
just pop a splash on, or do you want me to measure it?
measure it, please.
Right, let's see if we can agree what spoon we use. Are we wanting a teaspoon?
Yeah, you can put 2 teaspoons. It's fine.
Or would you have a dessert spoon?
You can put 2 teaspoons.
2 teaspoons.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Those ones, so you can show them. size.
So with a small teaspoon, such as one uses for stirring one's tea. A normal sized teaspoon, to be fair. And we're going to fill it up.
It's okay. Doesn't matter if it goes off.
Yeah, this is not scientific really. There is an art to cooking. Some call it a science.
Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. Okay, no worries. Okay, so we're just gonna put this now to boil. Okay, all it does is boil together. All right.
Running away with that. That needs to go there.
Hello. So I'm just gonna show you that this is so what I said earlier, that it does go down, but I'll just show you here as you can see it's boiling and it's going down as well, which is a good thing. So we're just waiting. And also as well, it's important to actually give it a stir as well, so to mix it, otherwise it can end up holding down, being sticky. Is that the word? It can end up being stuck. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that now anyway.
Hold it a moment. Here we're giving it a careful mix just to get it moving around a little. Still quite high, but it's reduced enough. You can do that.
Yes. You can see the water. It's from the vegetables. It's so melting and making it, giving it enough water. Actually, it's producing enough water to cook itself with, which is an amazing thing. We thank God for this anyway. So those vegetables we put in, the greens, the spinach is very good for you. Aubergines as well, eggplants are good for you as well. And bitter leaf is very good for you too, which is great. And mushrooms are good for you as well.
Yeah.
So all this, I mean, the baby, last time I cooked it, he tried it for the first time. I mixed some of this with boiled potatoes for him and blended it, and he enjoyed it so much. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just gonna cover it again and leave it a bit again. So we're just waiting. Okay, as you can see, it's actually boiling very well together, blending in. Is that the word, my darling? Blend
down and blending.
There, it's shrinking and blending in together. It's yeah, we have found this quite healthy. So my husband likes to have it, you know. He tries, like, if we can have it once a week, he would be happy to have that. But it's very nice.
Once a month.
Yeah, so we try and do it once a month anyway. Okay. So please do try. Do make sure that you do stir the soup so it doesn't stick on the bottom or burn. So here what I've done,
Not constantly, but once in a while. Yes.
once in a while, yes,
Every few minutes, perhaps.
yes, maybe I would say 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes try and give it a stir. So what happened, this soup, actually my daughter really loves this soup so much as well. She would eat this over and over. Yeah, so what I have done here also as well, you know, when it's boiled and things are, they're soft, very soft, what you do is you can go and give it a mash together. So you can actually mash, which I have done. I've done the mashing together.
Break up some of the big bits.
Yes, break it up. And as you can see here, so it is ready now, our soup. So it takes about 40 minutes to cook it. But you know, if you want it more cooked, you can, or some people don't want it overcooked like this. They can actually just make sure that the vegetables are ready, and then you can actually now go on and you can mash it with if you do have like, you know,
blender.
The blender, you can actually mash it up as well if you want. So our soup is ready. As you can see, it's thick, so it makes it nice and filling as well. Okay, we'll just show you how it looks like on the plates.
Okay, now we're all done. It's time to ladle it out and serve it for everyone. I'm going to do a couple of scoops for each person, or ladles. So that's been on the hob for about, was it 40 minutes?
Yes.
Or so, obviously.
So some people might want to
a little longer.
Maybe
probably okay. You can be flexible with that.
Some people might want maybe to have it to blender it.
Yep.
It's up to you, but we do
prefer
like it.
Smooth paste type.
Which we've done sometime, but like the baby, we're gonna have to blender his.
That's it. That's what I was going to get.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you reckon that's enough?
Yes.
Why does that look less than the others?
It's okay. My husband loves this as well, and my daughter loves it, and it seems the baby loves this too. So, yeah. So that's it. That's our soup. You can see he's just putting more and more on his plate.
Let's share them out. Get them all relatively full.
Okay, and we have them with the pizza breads.
Pita breads. Yep. So we've got a couple of pita breads. Let's chuck those on the plate here, yes.
Well, anyway, thank you so much for joining us. We hope it works out for you. Do drop us a comment and let us know how it went for you. You can make it as spicy as you want, you know, if you like spices. Yeah. Yes. Yes, please do share as well. And
if you tried this at home, tell us how it goes for you. Tell us what adjustments you prefer to make. Because we all have different tastes. And we might try some of your alternative suggestions.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much.
Do not put that in the
Okay,
sea.
stay blessed. Bye. Bye-bye.
Ish.